one thing that I'm learning now too a lot is to admit that I don't know. It's okay for you not to know. You you don't have the answer. You don't know what the future is gonna be. You could prepare and do all of this and all of that, and your stuff still fall apart. And uh, it's okay to say, you know what, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't. And importance of reaching for help, and then also letting things go. A lot of times, like I'm one. I was always um, I used to hold grudges. I used to think about things from when I was 10 years old, 11, 12 years old. And it's one thing to remember, but it's another one to let it go because I remember these things and they would stop me from moving on to doing what I got to do for that day. So I think that it's important for us to let stuff go sometimes. Sometimes things might not be for you. Sometimes trying to force the issue for something that you're trying to get done, it may not happen. And we have to realize a lot of times later down the line, if it's meant to be, it'll happen. So let that go. You might have to work on something else. And I want to reiterate what you were saying, Sydney, because a lot of times you're right. People, we think ourselves into paralysis to where we think about doing so much. The whole day is spent. We so exhausted that you know what? We ain't wake up and put one foot in front of the other because no matter what, you got to get up and get to it. So rest, identify it, identify that it's okay not to know everything. You may not know what's wrong with you. You may not know what's going on. Embrace that and accept that as normal. Know that every day ain't gonna be a good day. Every day ain't gonna be a bad day. But if you prepare for tomorrow, you may have a better day. And ask for help. And then I'll reiterate what you said a couple weeks ago, uh, Deep, that a lot of times, whether you spiritual or not, you gotta pray. I don't know, whoever you pray to is on you, but in a sense, you gotta say, listen, whatever it is, whoever, however, whenever, wherever, help me today. I need help. I'm trying to get through this, and please guide me through this, and pray for what you want, and set your plans and set your goals, and work towards them one step at a time.
Break cycles, habits. To do it, you have to be in a space where you want to do it. You have to be broken down. There has to be a level of humility present. The opinions of others cannot be more important than the opinion of yourself. The world can matter to you more than God matters to you. A lot of people right now, they are discombobulated all over the place. You can't form congruent sentences. Your relationship profile looks like a monsoon hit it. You're so concerned about being liked by everybody else that you don't even like yourself, but it's dependent on other people. So if they say you're somebody, then you feel like you're somebody until nobody notices you, and now you're just adrift in the wind. It can't be like that. You got to speak words of affirmation over yourself daily. I'm a king, I'm a queen, and I am healed. I am a child of God. I am healthy. I will do this. I will. There shouldn't be cancer in your vocabulary. When things happen, like last week, a vehicle ran over my e-bike. It ran over the charger. I was on the road. The charger fell in the street, and I went to go back and grab it. The car looked at me. The driver looked at me as I was going back for it, turned his wheel, and ran over my charger. Now, let's just say I wasn't really thrilled about it, because I'm gonna have to have that replaced, and I can't use it. But I had to look at it like this: it could have been worse. I control my attitude and how I feel towards the ignorance of other people. I made it home, and on top of that, I probably had one of the better conversations than I've had in a long time that same day because I didn't crash out. I don't like the excuses that some people make. They blame their attitudes or their behavior on how other people treat them. Oh, you blame other people for why you're an asshole or why there's so much clutter in your life. You're a hoarder. There's nobody else to blame for that. You let them come into your life and leave crap all over your house. Get rid of it.
Well, people like to give me gifts. It's not my fault.
Bazinga. Exactly. Pointing the fingers way too much. Now if it's something that you're just having a hard time with and you don't really know where to go, that's something else. But the people who like complain chronically and gaslight and they use that to their advantage to make people feel sorry for them, I don't care too much about what you got going on. I got a question. What does unhealthy mental health look like to you? It can be anything. I'm talking about you do not have none of your stuff in order internally, and it shows. It's quite obvious. What does that look like to you?